making sulfuric acid is a completely different step on the production line. And water vapor. How do you make water vapor? Well, you use a rotary condensator. Turns gas into liquid, liquid into gas. I might as well make that first because I already got the water pipeline handy. I don't have glass on me though. So I'm going to be enriching a bit more osmium. Maybe that'll be enough. Maybe enrich another thing. Redstone first. Because I'm definitely going to need more control circuits. Let me see, what was this recipe again? Oh yeah, glass. Yeah, I need glass. I certainly got a lot of gunpowder though, don't I? There's some salt available for digging. Alright, let's see. Rotary condensator. Maybe I'll put it here. Doesn't look like it's taking anything from... Okay. So it's getting water in. I don't want it to do anything with that one side. Yes, it's a whole nother production line. Now the fluids, it should be able to input in the one I cannot reach that. Maybe that'll work. Okay, apparently it doesn't. Unless... Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I switched it to decondensating, meaning turning a liquid to a gas. I don't know if there's a better term for that or not. So that's just part of the sulfuric acid process, though. What I'm really concerned with is making sulfur into sulfuric acid. And that would require an oxidizer, which requires a dynamic tank, which I have plenty of, and a personal chest. But for the personal chest, I need steel. And I don't have any of that. Let's get this started here. It started there. I'm trying to think if I'm going to need to enrich anything else. Maybe I'll put this here just in case I need to enrich more stuff. It's a mean shame that as far as I know, the blast furnace doesn't accept osmium. Did things would be a bit easier. But you remember the personal chest from when I built the digital miner, right? And it needs another thing of glass. It's like you never have enough of this stuff. So I got a chest down here that I never use. I can easily make another one. I'll probably need torches later. I'll use the other two things of wood to make, torches. That. Oh. Did I? Got this thing so low to the ground that I can't reach it. I forgot the dynamic tank. I've got like a skillion of these. Oh. I meant to make a personal chest. There we go. Let's see if some of that osmium's done yet. It should be. There we are. And voila, a chemical oxidizer. Let's see, sulfuric acid, you inject the water vapor in the last chemical infuser. That should go here. Let me just configure things so that gaseous stuff comes out of the front, because I'm thinking of putting the chemical infuser here. Although, well, you can fill up a tank with it, which I really ought to do. And the next chemical infuser goes here. So it's one chemical infuser, two chemical infusers, chemical oxidizer. One chemical infuser, 2 chemical infusers. There we go. Odd way to do that. And then I need 2 chemical infusers. Which means 8 infused alloys, 4 basic chemical tanks, 4 basic control circuits, and 2 steel casings, of which I only have 1. And not enough steel to make another one. Those 4 basic chemical tanks aren't stackable. I need room for them. And if I'm not going to make another electrolytic core, wait a minute. Just realized the sun just went down. I have no idea whether or not any. Not sure what to make of that. I was going to put these bits of dust away. I mean, if I needed another electrolytic core, then I might need them, but I don't. At least I don't right now. These things play faster and looser with the rules all the time. I was inside. It phased through the wall or something? Yeah, and I forget I still need more glass. This should be just enough steel casings. And then, yeah, it needs two of these. One for the osmium, one for the iron. Oops, hang on. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have enough redstone to make the basic chemical tanks. So I'm going to need to line some up using the digital miner. Turn silk touch on, hit start, hit stop. Okay, yeah, as soon as that starts refining, or finishes refining, there we are. And that's one chemical infuser and two chemical infusers. And they go here and here. So let's see if I can... Okay, so the chemical oxidizer is going to eject gases into the chemical infuser. The chemical infuser will accept gases, but it will have to but for sulfur dioxide it needs oxygen, and you know, for the sake of having something somewhere to accept it, it needs to output them to the side instead of accepting it from the side. At least I think this is the side. And the same, well, see, it takes water vapor, right? So I don't have any pressurized tubes, but let me just set this so that it accepts gases from the top there, and then I'll connect. Oh, yeah, it's full. I'll have to connect that to the front. I'm going to go grab a pressurized tube. Where are they? Okay, here we go. One pressurized tube. Oops. And I will put that here. I said here. Oh, and look at that, it's already pumping it into the infuser. It's actually filling the tube itself right now. The problem, of course, is that this needs oxygen and, well, that doesn't, but the oxygen is the main item of concern right now. I don't know how much... See, it's not like I'm going to put everything through all 5 stages of the production line. Let me see if I can head out to the ocean. And once I do that, I think there's some salt available here. It is not easy to pick out, but you know what the teacher says, right? When the students are continuously interrupting her. I'll wait. There. Now, before all that, I'll mine these out. There's a nice salt deposit here. Then I'll pick it up from here. What was that? 56 salts. I'm gonna go grab some gunpowder from storage. Add a pretty considerable amount of the stuff, and then use the chemical injection chamber, which, yeah, it's here. Let's see, so 1 gunpowder plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in the neighborhood of 53, maybe 52. Yeah, this idea isn't really worth it. Fortunately, there are ores with sulfur in them, and that's much better. And to make sulfur, well, let's see, if I were to, can I mine ores such that, it doesn't look like it. If I were to use the digital miner, using Silk Touch isn't really going to, well, I'd need the thing from, I'd need the crusher from Create. I don't know if I want to get into that right now, maybe later. Create's not a bad mod, it's just, well, there's a lot of work involved, but it's not like there's not a lot of work involved in this. Here it is. Yeah, this thing's nearly full of hydrogen. Which reminds me, I'm going to need another chemical infuser. But this time it's to infuse hydrogen. And, wait. I think I've already got that one down here. Yeah, that's what I'm using this for. So perhaps I just ought to make some hydrochloric acid. But before I do that, well, this will finish eventually, right? I'm going to use some oxygen. Tell you what, I'll take some out of the chemical infuser here, or sorry, the electrolytic separator here, to fill the chemical infuser. Put this back. Then we'll see how sulfur is made into sulfuric acid. Let's see, 1 thing of sulfur. And there it's going into the chemical infuser. The other chemical infuser, it's 100 MB. It's a tenth of a barrel of, or tenth of a bucket, sorry, of sulfuric acid. Now, and a tenth of a bucket of sulfuric acid, I think, is how much is needed to refine, well, whatever unit you're thinking of, like 3 raw coppers or 1 block of ore. So technically speaking, it's not a bad amount. It's just that you need a tenth of a bucket per unit ore that you're going to refine to that scale. So I suppose with that in mind, I won't make much sulfuric acid. And yeah, it looks like 10 buckets is plenty, because it only uses like 100 or so No, 50, well, okay, a 20th of a bucket of oxygen per per tenth of a bucket of sulfuric acid. So I'll be able to have a nice amount of sulfuric acid. So while that's cooking, I'm going to grab the hydrogen I've got here and where's my electrolytic separator? I know it's around here somewhere. The chlorine that I have so far. And infuse them in a chemical infuser. And while that's cooking, I'll put the oxygen back. And I'll go down here and put the chlorine back too, right in the nick of time. And while I'm thinking about this, I don't know how the electrolytic separator is doing it, but it is keeping pace with the production of brine. Maybe if that tower was a bit taller, it wouldn't be able to, but I guess I estimated it wrong. Alright, so hydrogen chloride gas. Let's see, how much hydrogen chloride? It's a fifth of a bucket. It costs a fifth of a bucket. So with the amount that's in here now, I can do like 6 refinement processes. So in case you're curious, yes, I am leading up to a full-scale demonstration. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to dig up some ore with the digital miner using Silk Touch. Perhaps some rare ore.